Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here. Our goal here is to coach every entrepreneur from their first 500 to their first $1 million in revenue. Stop overthinking, take action, and build something that's worth living for. We're going to talk about a subject called if you want to see your future, look at your friends. And why I want to talk about this is because I think a lot of people don't realize that their friends are not helping them grow their business. And in this, I don't want anyone to take away the idea that I'm telling you to get rid of all your friends. But I'm telling you, when it comes to business, you may want to start looking for a friend group that's going to help build you up. And how you determine this, like when you bring up new ideas and you're in your friend group about business ideas, different things you want to do, are they helping you or are they hindering you? What's their reactions when you start talking about businesses going well, I'm trying to get another employee? What do you want employees for? They're just a pain in the butt. What do you need another sales guy for? Aren't you happy with making X amount of money? It's those types of thoughts that start getting built into your head that can hinder your business, right? So the reaction to what you're talking about really kind of determines on what friends you need to have around you when it comes to business. Because see, your circle sets your invisible ceiling and you don't even know it. Because the people around you define what feels normal. So if no one in your circle has ever started a business or taken a financial risk or bet on themselves, then not doing those things become your default settings. You don't even realize you're running with a governor on your engine. You got to take that governor off sometimes and start and let that engine go. No, here's what nobody wants to tell you. You don't have to be told not to start a business. You just have to be surrounded with people who never did. Your normal becomes their ceiling without even speaking a word. And you want to go here and they're stuck here. So how are you going to get here? You have to be around those people. It's no different. Hey, I want to become a single digit golfer. Well, I just started hanging around people that were single digit golfers. In fact, I found out there were some pros at my club that were on the PGA Tour. So I just started picking their brains on different ideas and different thoughts and the way they think. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't ever thought I was on the PGA Tour. Right? But I was like, man, I bet you they can help me shave a couple strokes off my score, that's for sure. And they did, and they started, one of the biggest things I had to learn was going from being a golfer to a player, how to hit shots. So if I'm greenside and thick rough, how do you hit that shot? If you're in a fairway bunker, how do you hit that shot? If you're in a sand bunker beside the green, greenside bunker, how are you going to hit that shot? How do you learn how to read a putt? All those different things are going to help me get down. But if I just hang out the guy that was a 20 handicapper, is like, I don't know, I just go out there and hit it and pray for the best. Well, that's not going to help me, right? When it came to my golfing ability, I had to get my inner circle tight with people around who would help me grow and to become the golfer I wanted to be. And that is the same thing when it comes to business, right? Because their standards are contagious. If your environment does not influence your mood, it shapes your expectations, and your expectations drive every decision you make. So if you want to build something, you need to be around people who are building things. That's just the end of the story, I remember back in the day, man, it's just having those people around you. And I remember it took me a while to find those people. I mean, those people are not easy to find. I got to be honest with you. And even the reason they weren't easy to find because I wasn't in the right settings. Right? I had to get into the right networking group. I had to find the right people who were willing to make the sacrifices that I was willing to make to go where I wanted to go in my business. And that took some time to find. Here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. Sometimes the people holding you back are the ones who love you the most. And listen, it's not because they're malice. It's because of fear. Their fear of what your success will do to their relationships. Right? And it's not you. A lot of times it's them. I can't tell you I'm successful in lost relationships. And even when I was successful around successful people, things have happened and I've lost relationships. And I don't want to demonize like your old friends, right? So again, I'm not telling you to fire your friends. Is to be honest about the relationship is doing for your growth of your business. So you may not need to get rid of them, but you need to be aggressive in finding new people that will help grow your business. There's three kind of and concepts that I kind of wrote down. All right, the first one is loyalty to people who limit you isn't noble, it's expensive, right? They can hold you back and hold you from achieving your goals. The second one I wrote down was most people pick their friend group by accident. Entrepreneurs pick their friends on purpose. So you need to have purpose and like why are you friends? Are they worth you investing your time? Listen, time is something that everyone has the equal amounts about what you do with. So I always look at who I'm hanging out with. Are they going to help me grow? Are they going to pour into my life? Are they going to make my life better when it comes to the business side? And on the friend side, like I have my best friend's a missionary to Ecuador. He helps me grow personally. Like I wouldn't give that up for the world. I have another friend who's great in business. I have another friend who's great in business. And dude, we help each other grow. It's iron sharpens iron. And then the third one I hit on before is you don't have to drop your old friends, but you may need to get new ones aggressively. And that's just a lot of truth behind that. You know, I go back to my old saying, I'd rather be a water walker than a dry boat sinner. Who is in the water with you is the question. You got to think about that. Like, listen, are they in the boat sitting there talking to each other, staying dry, staying safe? We're inside the boat. We're good. We all just need to stay here. I know there's a lot of fish in that water. I know we're fishing. When you get the fish, let's just stay in the boat. We'll be safe. No, you need to get out in that water. You need people getting in the water with you. Because there's going to be times where you're tired and you're treading water. You need someone to hold you up. And that's what they're going to be there for. So get people that are going to be in the water with you. So here's one of the things I want you to do this week when you think about this is take each of the people in your friend group, take your top 5 or 10 friends, and write one word next to them, describe them. Okay? And then see if they're building you up or not. Because maybe you get one who's just a complainer. Maybe you get one, all he wants to do is go out and party, right? So the word next to you, complainer, and you have party. But do you have a builder? Do you have someone who's an encourager? Those are other types of things you have to look at in your friend group. So get around the builders, get around the dreamers, get around the people who are in the water with you. Because that's where your future is. So, well, until next time, I look forward to connecting with everyone again. You all have a great day, and let's go get them, baby.